Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to talk to you today about my upgraded MN99s Land Rover RC vehicle. This one here. Now it started off as a toy grade silver looking Land Rover. As you can see, it doesn't look silver now because I give it a paint job and a weathering. What do you think? Does she look okay? Look at them springs, eh? And them shocks. Yeah, I've upgraded it. It's probably more of a hobby grade now, more than a toy grade. What was important to me is so I can operate it with my Fly Sky Noble 4 Plus, which is more of an hobby grade transmitter, and not one like your toy grades you get with these toy version RC cars. Now this is my first time I've attempted to upgrade, paint an RC car. Sorry, no, I did paint my my Escort Mark 1, the white one, and put the decals on, but it's the first time I've brought one and then upgraded it, whereas the Mark 1 was a kit and I started from a kit, but this came pre-built. It had different bumpers on, totally different colour scheme, but I thought I would give it my own personal touch. And I'm going to give it a little run on this video. I've set up a ramp just down there. I'm going to run it up the ramp and just give it a little bit of a test, and you can see what it looks like running, and tell me in the comments below if you think it was worth me upgrading it, because I think it was. I quite like how it's turned out. There's a few little bits and bobs that I still need to do, which will be done over time. I need to put some more accessories on the top. I think I'm going to take this net off. I'm not that keen on it. The spade or the shovel that I purchased for it is too big. It looks more like in Land of the Giants compared to this vehicle, so I need to get some at more scale. And that's probably where probably one of the problems that I hit when I wanted to upgrade it, because what I've done, I've put a brand new chassis on it. There was a part metal, but majority was plastic, and I could see online that you could buy metal chassis for them, which I went for, and the very first one that I brought was the wrong one. I started to build it and it came apparent quite quickly that, hold on a minute, this wasn't going to fit this vehicle. So I had to go back to the internet and scour the internet a little bit until I found the right one. However, the first one that I purchased, it did say in the description on AliExpress, so you are taking a chance, and I did, that it would fit this model, but it didn't. So I went back to AliExpress. I know, you don't have to tell me. However, the one I got next off there fitted, and it's the one that's on the model now. There, look, completely all metal, new shocks, and my ESC's just dropped down. I've got to put a new sticky pad on it. I'll explain about that in a minute. I didn't realise it had dropped down. I knew it was loose. I'll explain about that in a minute. Yeah, so I also purchased a new brushless motor and speed controller, and then obviously I had to get a new RX receiver, so it would connect to my now upgraded hobby grade transmitter. And that was probably one of the most important things to me, is because I hate having that many controllers around. I just like to have one controller, so I can just pick my controller up, pick a vehicle up, and then I can just take it away, and I know that the one controller is going to work with all my vehicles. Like my first ever build, which was the Scania truck. that operates from this controller now. My Mark 1 Escort operates from this controller, and now this crawler, this Land Rover, works from this controller, which is great. All the models are stored in there, and that was probably the draw to me to upgrading it. And then I thought about painting it and give it a go, and I did. I'm really glad I did now, because it does really look effective. Okay, it might not be the best in the world, but it's my first go at weathering one. I think it looks pretty good, if I say so myself. So what do you think? You tell me in the comments what you think, because now I've done one, I'm going to look at doing another one. There's two models that I'm looking at, and I'm more probably into the crawlers than like your racing cars and things like that. It's probably my age, although it's nice to open the throttle up a bit and let them go. This one I've reduced the power in it so it doesn't go too fast. Just going off the subject a bit, I'm still suffering with a cold. It's over a week now. So I'm trying to work between me having a coffee fit and talking to you guys. So if you get the odd cough here and there, I apologise, but that's where I am. So yeah, I also upgraded the bumper to that one, which needs to be weathered. That's why it looks new. That needs to be weathered. And the bumper that come off the front, I thought last night, what if I put it on the back, if I adjusted it, because there's two brackets that go underneath and connect underneath. I thought if I cut those two brackets off, because on that bumper, or fender if you're in the US, they call them fenders. In the UK we call them bumpers. Excuse me, back in a minute.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back. Just had a coughing fit. Yeah, bumpers. So yeah, the one that was on the front, I modified it so it would fit the back. I haven't finished fitting it yet. I just need to find some nuts to fit these bolts that I've used, and then I've got to weather the bolt heads down. But if you can see that, if I can look in there, there it is. Look, that was originally the front bumper. It might be off centre at the minute as it moves, but these still push in and out a little bit, and they need to be levelled up. So, what do you think about that? Do you think it was a good idea? I mean, I could have brought another bumper, but I thought, I think that would look quite, you know, good on the back. Looks realistic, do you think? What I might do is also put a tow hook on the back of there. You can purchase them again from AliExpress and places like that. So I may do that. I also need to get a number plate. Excuse me. A number plate, but I want to get a square one that fits there, and a black coloured one. Although this is more of a modern Land Rover, however, it's not an official Land Rover, because don't forget it was a toy grade, and when I say toy grade, it was probably a cheaper version of a toy grade. I think I paid about £45 for this, and now I've put all the accessories on, not including the radio gear. It's probably doubled in price, and I'm looking at £90–100 it's cost me to get to where it is. I mean, to buy it like that, you're probably paying another £50 on the top. So you'd be looking, if you brought something like that, you'd probably be looking about £150, something like that. But to build it from a model, from a toy grade, and then convert it up to more of an hobby grade, it's going to probably cost you double. So for the parts, not including your time to do it, just the parts and things like that, so you're looking around the £100 mark. And for a model like that, I think that's pretty good, because like I say, if you went and brought that new as like that, you'd be looking at a minimum of £150, maybe more, and that's not including the radio gear. So that's where we are. Tell me in the comments what you think, and I'll just take a moment just to ask you guys, if you haven't already, to subscribe and give us a thumbs up and let me know what you think. I'm running a series about my trains at the moment, and on this board is going to be a bit of a layout. So if you're into model trains as well, or just into modelling generally, that's what I'm looking to do, is put a little bit of a layout, a shelf layout, the length of my workshop. This is section 1 at the moment, so if you want to jump back and have a look at those, I'm progressing, slowly progressing. The next video to come out, which I haven't edited yet, is going to be me running some trains on some temporary boards that are on here. This is the actual board that I'll be using, that's here now, this board. So if you want to see that, go and see the other 2 videos I made of me getting the shelf ready and putting the brackets up and things like that. Anyway, back to the Land Rover. It's a Land Rover Defender. There's a few things I want to add. The thing that I haven't coupled up yet is the headlights and the rear lights. That's a bit more complicated. I may have to buy a set of lights to put in there, although I can see where I can wire the ones that are in here originally. But it is very, very, very small cables, and my eyesight and my shaking, it makes it a little bit difficult, but I think I might be able to do it, and it's something I will tackle at a later date. So tell you what I'll do, I've set up a ramp. We'll do a little bit of a ramp test, shall we, and a little bit of a driving test, and let me know what you think. Brake on, and away we go. Stop, brake, and down we go. Okay, so what did you think about that driving up the ramp? Any good? What do you think? The good thing about it is how slow you can go, and that's really important with crawlers, for going over obstacles. Anyway, a little chat about the electronics then. That, just make sure you can see that. I'll have a look on the video, yeah. That's the ESC, the speed controller. it's been stuck under there. I just used a small pad I had up in the house. I've got some more. I need to put just to put another sticky pad underneath there. Now that is waterproof. Yes, it's in a bit of a what can I say, vulnerable position, and I would like to encase it somehow, because of the limited amount of space that you've got under this chassis here. I couldn't get it in there. I could cut away some stuff, but then it would open it up anyway, so I think it's going to live there, because I think I'm going to be happy with that. Other than that, like I say, I would have to cut a panel into this section here for it to actually fit underneath, and then I'm not gaining anything because it's just going to open it up there. Like I say, it is waterproof anyway, so if there's any rain or water that gets on there, it should be fine. It's advertised as waterproof. I mean, yes, we'll see if it really is, but that's what they say it is, so that's what we'll go with. And obviously the receiver is actually fits in to where the seat is. The moulding underneath has a big gap, and believe it or not, the receiver actually slots right up inside. I'll put it up inside and just put a piece of tape over it, so if I need to take it out, just pull the tape off. Some strong gaffer tape, I can just peel it back and out it pops, and I can get to all the wiring, no problem. So that worked out quite well for the receiver. And like I say, it now all operates from my FlySky Noble Plus. I'm just going to turn it on. I'll put me goggles on so I can see what I'm doing. I'll turn the model on. There we go. If I pop that there, so you can see it, I think. I need for it to focus. I'm not sure if that's focused, but at the top in the square there, in that square, the top one gives me the transmitter battery, and then the one below it actually gives me the voltage of the battery that's in the model, which is useful because you can see if it's running down, and also it gives me a lot more information what's going on with the model. And that's the FlySky Noble MB4 Plus, which is great because your control there can be adjusted to be angled, or if you're a left hand, it can swing round and come round the other. It can, sorry, if I put it like that, it can swing from that side all the way round, and you can have it on that side as well. So that's really useful if you're a left hand person, which I'm not. I'm a righty, and look how slow you can get it to go. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, I've got to be honest, the toy grade controller that come with it is very cheap, but you could get it to go slow, but nowhere near as slow as that. And for the price you pay, it was quite a, you know, a good buy really. For I think it was £45 that I paid for it at the time. The cheapest I can find at the moment is about 54, and a lot are up to the £100 mark. So if you're interested in get one, shop around. Look how slow that is. Oh yes, I also put a new servo in as well, which is at the front there. You can see the servo arm. You can probably just see the servo there. It was an analog servo, that's now a digital one, which is a good upgrade. Obviously get more control, and there's a lot more robust. So let me take my bifocals off. Let me know in the comments, guys. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and give me a comment. Tell me what you think of the model. Did you think I did a good paint job, or did I do a rubbish one? It's you decide. But it's a keeper, you know. I shall keep it. It'll go on my shelf, and when I feel like it, off the shelf it comes, and I can go for a little bit of a crawl. So I think what my next model may be is another Land Rover, because I love them. I think they're great, but I'm going to go up to a more better quality one, and the Boom Racing Land Rovers and their vehicles look fantastic, but they are expensive. And then the next one down, I think, is it Charisma. They do a good one as well, so I might look at one of those, but like I said, the price is going to be taken into account there, because I think there's a couple £100 difference between the two, between the Charisma and the Boom Racing. And obviously Boom Racing, being the more expensive, will be a much better quality. However, the Charisma ones, that I think is Charisma, sorry if I got it wrong, I'll put it below if it's not, and I'll put a link to both. But I think that's going to be my next models, I think, and then I'm going to look at doing that. And I don't think I'm going to weather that one. It will be painted. It's going to be more original Land Rover colours, and more of like the 1960s and 70s type Land Rover, I think. May even, you know, I'll look at it, I'll see it and decide at the time when I buy one. But there you go, guys. Let me know in the comment. Tell me what you think. And if you've had a Boom Racing one or a Charisma one, let me know what you think about those models. So that's it, folks. I'm not sure when this one vlog is going to come out. I think the one about the trains is coming out first. So if you're seeing this, that's probably already out and up on the wall somewhere. So go and take a look at that. But if you haven't already, please subscribe. I do appreciate it. And give us a comment and a thumbs up. And I'll catch you next time. And thanks for tuning in.